crazy to announce. That's crazy to announce. Thank you, washer, for only making noise the second I press record. I think we're in the clear. Okay, so remember when I was like, hey, look, you guys, I redecorated my entire living room. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a redecorating spree. I'm gonna redecorate my dining room. I'm gonna do my guest bathroom. Like, it's time to really make this apartment, you know, just really feel like our home. It's time to bring in some character. Yeah, well, plot twist, we're moving. So yeah, in the past week, Miles has gotten a new job, which requires us to relocate. Write down in the comments, what city do you think we're relocating to? We're currently in LA. Am I moving to Seattle, Chicago, or New York City? Don't cheat, write your guess in the comments before I say the answer. And if you guess the correct answer, I'm gonna give you a virtual trophy. Okay, without further ado, we are moving to Chicago. I don't really know how to process this because I am from Milwaukee. I am from the Midwest. And then when I went out to college, I went to New York. And then after college, I went out to LA. I haven't lived in the Midwest in like 10 years. And it's not that I never thought I was ever going back, but I guess I didn't really see a way for us to make it back. But yeah, I feel like I have been ready for a change. I feel like Miles and I have both felt that we've kind of like eclipsed our potential in LA, but also both of our careers were very much tied to LA. And so I just never really saw it as a super realistic idea that we might end up somewhere other than LA. I had hopes and dreams of ending up somewhere other than LA, but I couldn't visualize the path to make that happen. And so I wasn't putting any energy, neither of us were putting any energy into making that path happen. We were just kind of like, okay, LA, it's gonna be LA. But then, yeah, you know, sometimes life changes in ways you never expect them to change. So it is August 2nd. Miles's new job begins on August 28th. So we have less than a month to find an apartment, to pack up this entire apartment, to figure out a way to get all that stuff from LA to Chicago. Is that all we have to do? I feel like there's more to do also. But yeah, it's gonna be a hectic month coming up. It's gonna be crazy. But I am humble in a lot of ways. There are a lot of things that I wouldn't claim to be an expert at. Like I wouldn't claim to be an expert at most things. But you guys have seen my decluttering videos. You may have gotten a little glimpse of this, but I am so good at moving. I've lived in 3 LA apartments and I've packed them up and moved them all by myself every single time. I deem myself a professional and an expert. But yeah, not only do I think I'm a professional, but I also I enjoy moving and packing stuff and organizing things. I just honestly really like it. So as hectic as this next month is gonna be, this is what I like to do. I like to move things around. I like to pack and organize. I like to declutter. Like, this is almost like a hobby for me as much as it is a big, crazy life change. So I'm gonna bring you guys along for the entirety of this process. But we need to figure some things out first. We need to figure out where we're moving. We need to figure out how we're moving there and like what company we're gonna use to transport the stuff. So until we figure out those things, I can't flip the apartment upside down yet. I have to wait to figure out those elements, and then I'm gonna flip the whole apartment upside down and pack up everything that we own. But yeah, I'm feeling like the full range of human emotions. I'm excited, I'm stressed, I'm scared, I feel ready, but I also don't feel ready at all. And so yeah, it's a Friday right now, and this coming weekend is probably the last weekend that we're, you know, gonna be in like an intact apartment. Because starting next week, you guys, I'm hoping to get some of that stuff locked in this weekend, and starting next week, I am going to pack up everything. So this is the last true like normal weekend in LA. Is that crazy to announce? That's crazy to announce. I don't even know how to feel as I say that sentence, but yeah, gonna bring you guys along for this weekend. I'm gonna talk you through the chain of events that led to this and just kind of what's going on with life. I have a lot to update you on. So yeah, that's the life update. We're moving. Welcome to moving vlog number 1. So, Chicago. How do we feel about this? I'm in that stage right now. I'm like, do I touch up my makeup or do I just start over fresh? Because I had makeup on this morning for work and now I'm like, I think I can touch it up. So we're getting ready to go to a friend's house for her birthday. So I think I'm just gonna touch up while we discuss my thoughts here. I don't know what to think about Chicago. I don't consider myself like a city girl because I don't really like hustle and bustle. I don't really like a fast-paced atmosphere. You guys know I'm like slow life. All I care about is like living a slow life. So I really don't know how I feel about like the idea of living in like a very fast-paced city. But although I'm not a city person, I am a convenience person. Because although I don't like fast-paced hustle and bustle, I do also appreciate having and living a convenient life so that you can get through kind of the annoying things quickly in order to chill. You know what I mean? Like I'm all about putting in the least amount of effort. That sounds really bad, but you know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to like work hard. Oh, back. No, that sounds so bad. I'm trying to work smarter, not harder, is what I mean. Like, why would I want a situation in life to be like super exhausting and super annoying when it could just be convenient, you know? And that's why I think LA really does not vibe with me, because it is fast, it is kind of hustle and bustle because it is a city, but it also is not convenient. I feel like in other cities like Chicago, you might have the hustle and bustle, you might have some of the fast-paced energy, but things are convenient. You know, Chicago has the public transit that makes things very easy to get to. If you live in a neighborhood close to the type of things you like to do, you can walk. Very convenient. Whereas LA, it has neither of those things. You're out in the hustle bustle, you're out in the craziness, and it takes a lot of effort to get to things and to do things. You gotta drive through the crazy traffic, the crazy highways. You gotta, once you get to a place, you're looking for parking. It's very not likely, unless you live very close to the thing that you want to walk to, it's very unlikely that you're gonna walk to something, just because like it's not, walking the sidewalks in LA is not really like a pleasant atmosphere. So even if you are like a 20-minute walk away from something, you wouldn't necessarily choose to walk there, depending on the route, just because like it's not the vibe. No one else is walking around. It just can get kind of, I don't know, it's just not the best atmosphere. So I think even though Chicago is much more like hustle bustle crazy compared to LA, I think it will feel a little more fast paced than LA, but at least I'm gonna get the convenience element that we don't really have here. So despite me not being the biggest city vibe of a gal, I think it's gonna have enough benefits to where like I'm okay. Now I have also heard that Chicago is very, very big in terms of restaurants, in terms of great food. And that aspect of things really excites me because that's really all I like to do. Like you guys know, I'm really not like a go out to bars type of person anymore. Of course, except for that vlog like 2 weeks ago when I had like 85 martinis. But in general, for the most part, I'm not necessarily like going out to bars to drink, but I love a drink at dinner at a nice cute restaurant. So living in a city with endless options for nice cute dinners, I'm all about that. Now we have to talk about, if we're talking about Chicago, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the winters. And keep in mind, I'm from Milwaukee, I'm from the Midwest, but I have completely forgotten what day-to-day winter is like. Like I literally texted my friend in New York City, like, hey, what's it like walking around in the winter? I forgot. But yeah, that aspect of the city, it's gonna be a wake-up call. I need to buy a winter coat. But despite the bitter cold, the seasons in Chicago are one of the things that I'm most excited about. After 6 years in LA, I crave myself, and this is very like grass is greener. All the stuff I'm saying is very grass is greener. I understand that the weather in LA is unbeatable and that it's wonderful. Like, I understand that. I'm not trying to hate on the LA weather. Like, I understand that it's gorgeous and wonderful. But it can start to feel kind of like Groundhog's Day, when no matter what time of year, no matter what season, it's exactly the same. And I know, like, I'm probably gonna roll my eyes at myself in like 6 months when I'm watching this video back. Like, I understand that never having to look at the weather app and just wearing whatever you want every single day because it's the same exact weather every day. I understand that's like, that's cool. But sometimes, I'll admit, sometimes I'm like, it's fall. It would be great if it could feel like fall, or like, hey, it's the holiday season. Christmas is coming up. I would love for there to be a little crisp in the air. I would love for there, you know, I would love for some signal that the time is moving. You know, it can feel very like you're just repeating the same day over and over and over again. And people in LA don't really decorate. You would think that because nothing changes about the environment that people would go crazy with like lawn decorations and stuff, but they really don't. So I am so excited for fall in Chicago, for Christmas in Chicago. I'm so excited. I think we're gonna be moving at the perfect time because we're gonna get there, I mean, pending we actually find an apartment, but we're gonna get there at the beginning of September. So we're gonna have like the end of summer, we're gonna grab the end of summer, and then we're gonna get to see the city transition into fall. Like, I'm so like stupidly excited about that. But I think in general I'm feeling excited, but I am feeling a little bit like scared of the unknown. Like, I haven't been to Chicago, and I'm pretty sure the last time I was in Chicago I was vegan, which means that it was at least 8 years ago, if not longer. And so there's just a lot of uncertainty that goes into moving to a city that you haven't been to in possibly 10 years. Like, that's kind of, that's a very scary feeling. And it's interesting because I feel like in one of my last videos I was talking to you guys about like your late 20s and how your late 20s feel, and I was saying, you know, how maybe the whole purpose of this weird late 20s era is to get comfortable in uncertainty. And then here I am a few weeks later being in potentially one of the most uncertain transitions that I've been in a long time. Now, a lot of things are going to stay the same. Obviously, I'm moving there with Miles. I feel so comfortable knowing that I'm moving with him and knowing that we're moving together. Like, it's such a comforting thing to know that like no matter what happens, we will have each other. I'm also able to keep my job, and I am going to be working remotely for my same job just in Chicago, so that's a good like steady constant to have. But a lot of other things are going to change. Like, who are our friends going to be? What are we going to do like on the weekend? Down to like the stupid stuff like what am I going to DoorDash? So yeah, I have a lot of conflicting feelings. I have a lot of excitement. I have a lot of things that I know I'm going to love, but also just that I struggle with not being able to picture the future. I'm such an overthinker. You guys know this. And I told myself I was gonna stop calling myself an overthinker. But it's hard when you're like discussing yourself and your life with the internet. It's kind of hard to like not label yourself. But my mind, you know, it tends to run wild. It tends to be on its own track of things. And I'm very much a visualizer. So when I don't know what to visualize, it makes me feel very uneasy. But I think once we've got the apartment, once we've got the logistics of moving figured out, that like I'll know what to picture a little more. But yeah, the summary of this ramble is basically to say I'm feeling a lot of emotions, and I think that's normal. Tell me that that's normal. Because I need to hear that that's normal. This is my outfit for tonight. This is one of my life uniforms. This is an outfit that I wear over and over and over and over and over again ever since I discovered it. It's my Madewell linen shirt. These are my Good American like sweatpant jeans, and I just love them together. I love this outfit. It's so cozy, but I think it's also cool. But yeah, so we're going to my friend's apartment for her birthday, and she has this rooftop that overlooks all of the Hollywood Hills. And I just know it's like, it's weird that this week we literally figured out that we were moving, and this week is the week that we happen to have plans where we're gonna be like somewhere where we can overlook like all of the Hollywood Hills like as the sun sets. I know, I mean, you guys know me, I am very nostalgic. I am very emotional about things. I feel like it hasn't truly hit me that we're leaving and that we're entering a new chapter. Like, even if I'm super excited for a new chapter, I always get very sentimental about the chapter that I'm leaving. If you guys watched my, I think it's my thrifting video, when I get rid of like a 6-year-old IKEA table, and it doesn't mean anything. It's not like a big deal probably to most people to get rid of a 6-year-old IKEA table, but I had like a whole moment talking about the table and what it means to me, and just like the era of having this table. So you can imagine if I was that way about a table, you know I'm gonna be a wreck about LA in general. And today and tonight, when we are overlooking the Hollywood Hills and the Hollywood sign as the sun sets, it's gonna be probably a very reflective moment. Will I bring it up there in front of all those people? Probably not, but you know, in my head, I'm gonna be like reflecting on everything that's ever happened in the last 6 years. I just got out of a Pilates class. I didn't film yesterday because Miles and I spent most of the day virtually touring apartments, and you guys, I think we may have found one. We're filling out an application for one today. When I get back, we're gonna do that. I really hope it works out. It has pretty much everything we want, and it's so cute. It's got so much character. It has like exposed brick and beams, and the bathrooms I'm gonna have to work some home decor magic with. The bathrooms are not ideal, but everything else about it is so great. It's got a nice big kitchen, and it's a lot bigger than the apartment we have now. So I'm hoping that that works out. Yesterday, Miles and I also went through the apartment and took pictures of everything that we think we want to sell rather than move across the country. We're gonna sell, I would say, it's probably like 50-50. We're gonna probably keep half of the stuff we have, sell or try to donate or get rid of half of it. So we are making progress. Friday night was so much fun. Her rooftop is truly like incredible. Like, it has the most amazing view of the city, honestly. You can see the entire city from downtown to, you could even see Beverly Hills. You can kind of even see where Santa Monica is, and then you can see all of the Hollywood Hills. It was honestly so fun. Like I anticipated. I was standing up there reflecting. And you guys, this has already happened a few times as I'm talking to like friends of friends, but people who like Chicago love to bond over the fact that they like Chicago. We met a girl who's from Chicago, and we told her that we were moving, and we hit it off so well with her and her boyfriend that they want to hang out literally in the 3 weeks that we are left here. Like, we became such good friends that they want to hang out with us even though we only have 3 weeks to hang out. And it's just giving me so much hope. One, that like Miles and I can do this socialization thing. Like, I wouldn't say we don't make new friends often, but I feel like we're just not in situations to make new friends that often. And so I kind of had it in my head that like maybe we were bad at making good friends. I mean, making friends as an adult is tricky anyways, and I think I just kind of have been telling myself like, oh, I'm not good at making new friends because I guess I just haven't in a while. But I don't think it's that I'm not good at making new friends. I think it's just because over the past few years in LA, we haven't really had to. But Friday night was a perfect example of like when I'm in the new friend making mode, I can make new friends. And so this is making me feel more at ease about moving to a city and like building a new social circle. Like, we can do it. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna head home now. We're probably gonna fill out that application like ASAP because I want the apartment thing to be like closed and done. And then hopefully like tomorrow or Tuesday, like early this next week, we can lock in like the moving logistics, like whether we're gonna do, you know, pod shipping or we're gonna get a moving company. Like, I want the apartment and the moving logistics. Those are the last two things. I mean, those are kind of the only two things, but those are the two things that once we have them locked in, everything else will fall into place. So yeah, I'm gonna head back home. I'm gonna fill out that application. Got some other stuff to do today too. But everything is kind of falling into place, so I feel good. We just applied for an apartment. I'm so excited. I really hope we get it. I was just about to like jump in the shower and get ready for the day, but then I remembered we actually have an inspection for our apartment tomorrow. Our landlord's coming through to like just like look at the place for like a preliminary inspection, and I wanted to, with Miles, kind of go around the apartment today and just get it all nice and clean, even though they're gonna take as much money as they want from us regardless of if we've you know, vacuumed before the preliminary inspection, but I just want to get it looking nice. So I'm going to do a little bit of a frantic run around and clean with Miles, and then I'll get ready for the day. Finally got myself all ready, the apartment's all ready, and I feel like we're in a really good spot. I feel like not only it was a good idea to clean before the inspection, but I feel like doing kind of a deep clean is just kind of getting the apartment in the state it needs to be for me to like start flipping it upside down and packing everything, like getting it all clean. It feels ready now to be, you know, to start packing. I'm just finishing editing my video for today. It's gonna go up a little late, but I'm getting that all done. And then in a little bit here, I'm gonna go get my nails done because look, you guys, not only are they all grown out like so bad. Is it gonna focus? Yeah, there we go. So grown out, but also look at this. I have lost a soldier. Oh, there we go. And I feel like, and this might be my crazy talking, but I feel like before I'm gonna do something like start, you know, packing every single one of my belongings, obviously I need the manicure regardless, but before I start doing something like that, I feel like having a fresh manicure and just having the nails be in like pristine condition before I start something like that is really gonna like propel me through the like getting packing started mode. Like if I have grown out nails and I'm trying to start packing, I don't know, I just feel like the vibes won't be right. So I'm gonna get a fresh manicure. I might go a little shorter because I'm gonna be doing a lot of stuff with my hands in the next few days here. And yeah, I'm excited. I feel like everything's falling into place. No word yet on the apartment that we applied to, but hopefully we hear word on that in the next few days. Hopefully in the next few days we also figure out like our shipping situation. But while we wait for that, the next phase is to start packing up literally everything. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I pride myself, like I think I'm such a good packer. I think I'm such a good mover. So the next vlog, you guys, next vlog is the official first packing vlog. And I'm gonna talk you guys through like my whole process because I do have kind of a process. It's not like official. I just have found in every single one of my moves, I tend to approach it in the same way, but every time I refine it a little bit. And I feel like this time, I mean, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Fast forward 2 videos from now and I'm probably going to be like stressed, overwhelmed, screaming, crying, throwing up. But for right now, I'm feeling like I got this. Oh no, am I going to cut back to this part in the video? When I'm panicking, maybe. Okay, well, yeah, that's the end of this like major update vlog. We're moving to Chicago, you guys. It's time to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys enjoy cleaning, decluttering, organizing, packing videos because there's about to be a lot of those coming up. So yeah, it's time to get this process officially started. As always, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you're having a good week and I'll see you guys next time.